Okay, power's back. That means it's time for us to summarize. So can I please have the policy and regulation group first?
It's going to get
Just from the front, yeah.
Good afternoon, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to discuss the subjects. Policy and regulation has been my favorite topic, especially related to internet broadband policies, work on which I did begin way back in the 90s when we were liberalizing our telecom sector. 1998, I was involved in the ISP Industry Association, and that is where I had a lot of exposure with my colleagues in the industry in terms of changing a lot of policies and regulations. So I guess that's the reason why Rajneesh thought do this job. If I go back into 15 years of development policy and regulation stuff for internet, I think it's a very, very vast subject. I don't think we can do justice in terms of summing up everything that we need to do or what we have done. So what we do is that restrict ourselves to talking about what we could discuss in the last 20 minutes at the table here and whatever we came up with so quickly. Thank you to my colleagues on the table who put up these issues. The number one issue that came up for discussion here was the licensing issue for ISPs, the internet. आप लोग जानते होंगे कि इंटरनेट सर्विसेज जो है रेगुलेटेड है, इसके लिए लाइसेंस लेना पड़ता है डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ टेलीकम्युनिकेशन से। तो 1998 में पहली बार लाइसेंस इशू हुए थे। I will use Hindi as well for a lot of people who are working from outside. Is that okay or should I use one language? Okay. Okay, that'll be good, right? Because we're talking Urdu and language barriers as well. Okay. So पिछले 12 सालों में 1998 से आज तक डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ टेलीकम्युनिकेशन ने कम से कम 400 या 500 लाइसेंस इशू किए होंगे इंटरनेट सर्विसेज के लिए। इसमें से ऑपरेशनली जो आईएसपी है वो करीब मेरे ख्याल से 100 से ज़्यादा हुए नहीं किया था। और वो भी 100 जो है ऑफिशियल नंबर्स हैं, और अगर हम लोग अपने दायरे में देखें 10-12 ऑपरेटर्स दिखाई देते हैं, उससे ज़्यादा दिखाई नहीं देते। अच्छा, उनके पास भी जब लाइसेंस इशू हुआ था 2007 में दोबारा एक लाइसेंस उसको अमेंड करके डिपार्टमेंट ने नए लाइसेंस इशू किए, जिसमें कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस तो पहले थी वो हटाई गई थी, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस ऐसी हैं जो काफ़ी रिस्ट्रिक्टिव है सर्विस को बढ़ाने के लिए। Now these restrictions relate to issues like ISPs not knowing what the scope of services in terms of the content that they can provide. They can provide connectivity in the areas that they are licensed for. तो कोई कैटेगरी का लाइसेंस मिलता है, नेशनल लाइसेंस, बी कैटेगरी का लाइसेंस मिलता है, जो स्टेट टेलीकॉम सर्कल के हिसाब से लाइसेंस होता है। पहले एक सी कैटेगरी का लाइसेंस भी हुआ करता था, लेकिन उसको 2007 के बाद हटाने की बात की गई है। The clarity that is required in terms of licensing is we need to be very clear as ISPs if we can provide internet telephony and we can provide video-based content application, because there are some restrictions in terms of things like IPTV, for which ISPs require a turnover of at least 100 crores to be able to provide such applications. Everyone knows that IPTV could go a long way in proliferating the use of internet broadband in terms of its use by a bigger set of the public. So that's the licensing issue that I can refer to right now. The other thing is a point of discomfort is among the industry who are licensed ISPs is whether most of these networks that we're talking about, for example, Players Jaldi and some social initiatives that we're talking about in Chanderi and others, where wireless networks are being put up as an initiative by so many NGOs and other public-minded organizations, which is very good as far as I'm concerned. The question is by the industry whether they are really licensed, because if you go by the framework of regulations that we have in the country, anyone who provides connectivity should have a license. Now, if they start getting into this area of getting a license from the Department of Telecommunications in New Delhi, I think their work will go for a toss. So I think as a nation, we need to be very clear with the government, as a society, as to where this licensing will take us. Do we proliferate these initiatives and provide more and more connectivity, which is much more ubiquitous, or we get into the licensing issues? So that clarity needs to come in. I think that's one of the issues. Anything else if I missed out on the licensing? Okay. The second issue that came up was the availability of devices. Now, सबको पता है कि इंटरनेट ब्रॉडबैंड के लिए ज़्यादातर जो हम लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं डिवाइस वो क्या है, टर्मिनल डिवाइस, लैपटॉप, डेस्कटॉप। महंगा पड़ता है, ज़्यादातर लोग उसको अफोर्ड नहीं कर पाते हैं, ठीक है। उसको प्रोलिफरेट करने के लिए, इंटरनेट के यूज़ को प्रोलिफरेट करने के लिए लैपटॉप और डेस्कटॉप जरूरी है। उसमें दो चीज़ें हो सकती हैं। एक तो सुझाव ये आया है कि जो कॉस्ट है उसकी रिड्यूस की जाए। तो कॉस्ट रिड्यूस करने के लिए टैक्सेस कम हो तो कॉस्ट रिड्यूस होता है, या उसको ज़्यादा इस्तेमाल करें, प्रोडक्शन ज़्यादा हो, मार्केट में अवेलेबिलिटी ज़्यादा हो, तो उसकी कॉस्ट पर यूनिट कम हो जाती है। तो एक सजेशन ये है हमारे पास कि जो कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर का जो स्कीम है गवर्नमेंट की, करीब 1 लाख कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर बनेंगे, उसके बाद फिर दोबारा दूसरे फेज में 1,50,000 सर्विस सेंटर्स बनेंगे गाँवों को कवर करने के लिए, प्रोवाइड ब्रॉडबैंड। उसमें डिवाइस ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा गवर्नमेंट फंड करके लगाए, तो जितने ज़्यादा डिवाइस वो लगाएंगे उतनी ज़्यादा यूनिट कॉस्ट कम होगी, और ज़्यादा डिवाइसेस होंगे, ज़्यादा लोगों को उसमें ट्रेनिंग मिलेगी, उनको एप्लीकेशन जो है जैसे वेब कैम इस्तेमाल करना है, VoIP एप्लीकेशन इस्तेमाल करनी है, तो उसको ट्रेनिंग करेंगे, तो पर यूनिट कॉस्ट भी कम होगी और प्रोलिफरेशन भी ज़्यादा होगा, और इस्तेमाल करने लायक कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग भी जनता की होगी ब्रॉडबैंड के लिए। तीसरा इशू multiple technologies. सबको पता है कि I think in our country we have grown our mobile network really well, okay, over the last 8-9 years. I think if I remember correctly, offhand, I think 60 or 70% of our geography is really covered by the mobile networks. And I've been to very remote villages where we did some survey when I was working on some disaster management stuff. There are villages in the remote areas of this country where there's no electricity but there's mobile connectivity. Okay, which is very unique. Okay, so I think with that success, we want to replicate the success for broadband connectivity as well, which is not yet happened. 2004 में पहली बार ब्रॉडबैंड पॉलिसी आई थी, जिसमें करीब 20 मिलियन ब्रॉडबैंड कनेक्शंस का ऑब्जेक्टिव रखा गया था 2010 तक। अभी तक शायद हमने आधा भी पूरा नहीं किया इससे, ठीक है। उसका एक कारण ये है कि maybe the network has not proliferated enough. It's not a widespread deployment that could happen through ISPs. Sorry?
Cost is so high.
Cost, I can talk in terms of cost in so many ways, but that's a very general statement, but I'll talk to you about that offline. There are many issues involved there. Cost of network deployment, cost of services, cost of devices. So device के मामले में cost की बात की गई थी, तो उसको एक focus किया इसके ऊपर कि cost device से कम होनी चाहिए, ताकि आम जनता device को अगर कम cost होगा तो उसको ज़्यादा इस्तेमाल कर पाएगा। So that is all. तो नेटवर्क को डिप्लॉय करने के लिए क्या करें? अभी गवर्नमेंट फंड करती है काफी हद तक BSNL जैसे पब्लिक सेक्टर को, उसका झुकाव है लैंडलाइन की तरफ प्रोलिफरेट करने के लिए। सुझाव ये था हमारे ग्रुप का कि काफी सारी मल्टीपल टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं, वायरलेस टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं, सैटेलाइट बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं, you have land-based terrestrial other technologies available. So I think almost every service provider who can use any kind of hybrid network, okay, or use any network to build a hybrid network and deploy as quickly as possible, they should be encouraged to use it. Now what is happening is today that we have a licensing system in our telecom sector where the licenses are based on the technologies that you use. So I think we really need to, and we do talk in principle about having a technology neutral policy, but our licensing policy really is not technology neutral. So I think we need to move towards that, so that if we have a technology neutral licensing, anyone can use a mix of technologies and deploy as quickly as possible and increase the penetration. The more you increase the penetration, the better access you have in terms of people being able to use broadband faster and quicker and reach our objective quicker than we have done before. The fourth issue that came up was the lack of infrastructure, which is power. Now again, I think I heard from my colleague Dharmendra here that the government has decided to fund up to 60,000 rupees in a structured way for every CSC which is going to come up in the next phase. So there are two phases for CSCs. One is the 100,000 CSCs in the first phase, second is the 150,000 CSCs. Now the government has decided to fund power supply for the 150,000 CSCs in the next phase.
They want you to stop.
Okay, I'll make it short. The recommendation is that the government funds even the first phase of CSCs for the power supply. So that would go a long way in supporting the network development. And the fifth and the last point was about language barrier. Everyone knows that one of the major hindrances for internet broadband growth in our country has been the language barrier, for which I think the basic recommendation was that we should be able to promote audio-video applications among the masses, which will be something to overcome the language barriers that people have in terms of using language. So that's the basic set of recommendations from our side.
Okay, thank you very much, and a round of applause for the Policy and Regulation Cluster. Thank you.